Sangye churam tsogi chonamla janju padu dani kyabzuchi dagi jinso ki pesunamgi drola penchi sangye drupasho. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution, and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner peace and world peace now and forever. Malusam chen gungi gangyo chi rure punche mi tse jom tse la nguna malu yanda kyangyo pe chomden go jene ri shek su su. Protector of all beings without exception, endless subduer of harmful beings and energies, perfect knower of all things, Bhagavan and attendants, please come here to this place. Luipa, the fish gut eater. Rub honey on a wild dog's nose, and it madly devours whatever it sees. Give the Lama's secret to a worldly fool, and his mind and the lineage burn out. For a sensitive person who understands unborn reality, one glimpse of the Lama's vision of pure light destroys illusion like a mad elephant rampaging through hostile ranks, wielding a sword in its trunk. When the old king of Sri Lanka died, the court astrologers determined that for the well-being of the kingdom, only his second son could rule. But the young prince was loath to ascend the throne. He felt only disgust for the pomp and luxury of the palace. Contempt filled his eyes when he gazed at the walls of the royal chamber, plated with gold and silver and studded with precious stones. All that he ever wanted was to become a yogin, and he made up his mind to escape. But alas, his face was known to all, and the royal fugitive got no farther than the palace gardens. He was seized and bound in golden chains by his brothers and all the courtiers. The following night he bribed the guards with gold and silver, and, disguised in rags, with only a single attendant, he made good his escape. Once they had journeyed some distance from the capital, he rewarded his faithful servant generously and set out for Rameshwaram, where he began life as a yogin. The yogin king was more than delighted to exchange the golden throne of the palace for a deerskin mat and his royal silk upholstered bed for a pile of ashes. His beauty and charm made begging for his daily needs easy. His refinement and courtly manners inspired awe wherever he went. the yogin wandered through India until he reached Vajrasana, the holy place where the Buddha Shakyamuni had achieved enlightenment. There he became a devotee of the Dakinis, who instructed him in the ways of feminine insight. Later he journeyed to the royal city of Pataliputra on the river Ganges, where he studied the teachings of Tantra, lived on alms, and slept on a cremation ground. One day, as he was begging in the bazaar, some inner sense told him to enter a tavern that also happened to be a brothel. It was his karmic destiny to meet one of the prostitutes there who was actually a Dakini incarnate. He recognized her at once and paid her homage. The Dakini gazed deeply into his mind for some time in utter silence. Then she said, "Your 4 psychic centers, chakras, and their energies are quite pure. However, there is a knot of arrogance about the size of a pea in your heart." At this, she poured some putrid food into his clay bowl and sent him on his way. As the yogin left the brothel, he threw the inedible slop into the gutter, whereupon the Dakini, who had been watching, called out mockingly, "How can a gourmet attain nirvana?" The yogin was mortified. Could it be that his critical, judgmental mind, educated in the refined atmosphere of the palace, was still subtly active? Was it possible that he still perceived some things as intrinsically more desirable than others? Such flaws would stand in the way of his progress toward Buddhahood. He decided then and there to destroy his prejudices and cleanse his thought patterns at their roots. For the next 12 years, he dwelt on the banks of the mother Ganga, begging his supper from the fishermen, cleaning their catch. All he would accept from them was entrails they normally tossed to the dogs. Although the fisherfolk called him Luipa, the fish gut eater, to the royal yogin, his food was the nectar of pure awareness, through which he discovered that the nature of all substances is emptiness. Luipa became renowned far and wide, and his deeds mentioned in the legends of Darikapa.